And what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Beer Battered Sports Podcast, the podcast created by sports fans for sports fans, because we believe we are the most qualified people to talk about our favorite teams. I'm your co-host, Isaac,
And I'm your other co-host, Noam.
coming live from a new place today, Noam.
Yeah. It's an interesting setup. Yeah, don't worry about it.
We don't ask questions on the show. Before we begin today's episode, I did get a message beforehand from YouTube saying they were having trouble live streaming. So if anyone is tuned into the YouTube link and is finding that it's not working, that's not us. That's YouTube. Blame them and whatever BS they got going on over there. But welcome to episode 109. Lots to talk about today. We're going to be recapping March Madness, the finals, talking about the second the second week of the MLB, and we'll be talking about the NBA playoffs being set. And I'm also going to be doing something a little fun with some NFL teams. I want to see what Noam's opinions are. First comment of the day coming in from Yoni, who says he's worried about it. Don't be worried about it. This is Beer Battered Sports. We don't ask questions. Well, usually we don't ask questions.
Sometimes.
Calvin's on his way. He'll be here in just a second, guys. In the meantime, we're going to start things off. Noam, tell us what's on your mind, my friend.
Lots of things. What's on my mind? Good question, Isaac. I think what's on my mind is that I told you so. I told both of you. Remember, I called it like last week.
What'd you call?
Well, we're gonna get to it when we talk about the March Madness, won't we? But I'm pretty sure I called a certain team to win, and then they did proceed to win.
You did.
So
You did. You did. I don't even need to pull up the tape for an instant replay. You did.
So
Unfortunate.
But I think that means I'm better than you.
I mean, does it mean you're the greatest corner who's ever played the game?
I'm better than you.
When you try me, Are you saying that when someone tries you with a sorry ass podcast,
Sorry, co-host like Isaac?
that's what you're gonna get.
That's the result you're gonna get. Don't you ever talk about me?
Insert completely confused Aaron. What's her name? Being like, who was talking about you?
Oh yeah, she's like, who's that? Crabtree. It's an iconic quote. Yo, there it is. Yeah.
It was so out of pocket and out of nowhere. That's still one of the most iconic like sports moments I could think of.
Oh, for sure.
So I actually do have something on my mind real quick, and it relates to something I wanted to talk about. Let me just make sure this exists first. I probably should have.
Oh, you didn't fact check this. You're just gonna go straight into it.
Yes, probably. Oh, no, just froze. There is our. Are we live? Are we good?
I think we're live. I'm fine on my end. I think I see you pretty clearly. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. There was a. It's got too many categories. So, in sports, sadness, right? That's a big thing when it comes to the world of sports. Sadness, struggles.
I'm familiar. Yes.
Teams falling apart.
I'm familiar. You didn't have to at me, but all right.
Yep. It exists. Okay. So, let me just change this. My question is, who would you say the saddest sports franchise is?
Well, I feel like SB Nation or Secret Base gives us a couple good options. It would be hard to argue against the Falcons. It would be hard to argue against the Falcons. Like it would be hard to argue against the Falcons before 2016, and then that happened, and they've just been awful since, anyways. So.
Fair enough. That is an answer, obviously.
But what would you say then? What would you say?
Well, I'm trying to take into account all of the major four sports teams. And funny you should say, I have a little thing here. Are you familiar with the website called Tiermaker?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Tiermaker, man.
Yeah, that's what we're doing for the first half of today's episode. We're going to rank all the big four sports teams and put them on a tier ranker from saddest franchises to you have nothing to complain about. And if you complain, if you're a fan and you complain, don't even.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty exciting.
Is that being serious, or are you just?
Yeah, no, I'm down for that. That sounds fun. Okay, that sounds really fun. Let's do it.
All right, let me finish setting it up because I did not set it up beforehand.
That was a mistake.
And I want to wait till Calvin gets on here to do it.
Yeah, no, we got
There we
definitely.
go. Rank these teams by sadness. So the categories I'm going to have so far, I have at the top, I have Kill Me, and it's very worst if you're a fan of this franchise. I'm so sorry. We have regular sad, meh. Trying to think of, I need like 3 more categories. I know the top one is, the very bottom is going to be Yankees, because there's no reason for a team that's won 27 championships to have fans that are upset. I'm saying this as a fan of said team. While I set this up, let's hear a word from our sponsor.
We are part of the Fired Up Sports Network of shows. Please check out other Fired Up Sports Network podcasts like the P-Lot Pod, Water Cooler Talk, Bell Smashers, Philly Sports Love and Pain, Drunk on Broad, Beer Battered Sports, and the Fired Up Sports Show, which are available on all major podcasting hosting sites and social media. Also, check out Mark Ramos' Roundup on firedupsports.com, which breaks down the happenings going on with all your favorite local teams.
Shout out to Mark Ramos who made that, by the way. That is a really cool little promo. And a big shout out to everyone at Fired Up Sports who gives us all of the, who allows us to have our little podcast that is not affiliated with Philadelphia sports, but it's part of a Philadelphia sports network. Shout out Philly Sports. Don't kill us, please.
Yeah, no, that Fired Up. Go to Fired Up Sports. Give them a listen. It's a very entertaining podcast. I was watching them was it last night? I don't remember. The days are blurring together. Either Monday or last night. They're really getting into breaking down all Philadelphia sports. It was very good.
All right, here, does everybody see it? Here is the tier. So we have our tiers of sadness. At the top, it's Kill Me, the worst of the worst. If you're a fan of this franchise, I'm so sorry. Below it is sad.
Ooh, hey,
it's pretty rough. Pretty rough.
You can scroll down a little bit, and I think there's a.
Yeah, it's a list.
Oh,
of
have you already clicked presentation mode?
Yes, I did.
All right.
I'm on presentation mode. Don't worry.
Awesome.
So, yeah, Kill Me, sad. If you're a fan of this franchise, this is a pretty sad franchise. Haven't done a lot. Maybe they won a championship way back in the day, but no, not that good. Then you've got Meh, CBB. That stands for Could Be Better. Pretty solid franchise, but could definitely see some improvement. The You Have Nothing to Be Upset About category, which means, yeah, well, you're not. You're pretty sad. And then Yankees, which is for any team that has won 20 or more championships. No complaining allowed. And I'm just going to kick this off by finding said Yankees and just plopping the. Oh, that is the Raptors. That is not the Yankees.
I know you're not about to put the Raptors in that one.
The Yankees go there. And we can add others because there's a couple other franchises that, like the Yankees, no complaints. So, with that being said, Gnome, let's begin with the first team we got. And oh boy, it's Buffalo, the Bills. I think
that's a pretty good one to start with.
Well, on the positives, a couple of AFL championships, a lot of Hall of Famers. On the negative, 4 straight Super Bowl losses.
Yeah, they've been on the doorstep a couple times too recently and not gotten it done.
What do you think?
I think sad. I think it's got to be sad.
Just sad?
Yeah.
Because at least they made the Super Bowl.
They've made the Super Bowl 4 times in a row. It's not like they're in. I feel like Kill Me. Like you have to be in constant pain to be in the top tier. And Bills have had many areas of success and many different areas of success. They've just never succeeded in those areas of success.
They've had enough great players over the years that I think an argument can be made that while it is unfortunate that they have never been able to win it all. No, it's sad. The Dolphins. On the positive, undefeated season. On the negative, haven't won a championship since the 70s. I'd put them in could be better. I feel like
that's actually exactly what I was thinking.
I feel like the Dolphins, like they're a good franchise and they've had plenty of great moments and great players, and they've won a couple Super Bowls too. But recent history, they've been horrible.
Yeah, you could also, I can also throw in a 40ism here and be like, they should be Kill Me because they have Tua. Let's add that in there. Just toss that in there.
All right. I think we have our first candidate for the Kill Me category, the New York Jets.
They have won the Super Bowl. Damn, they do belong there, though. That's the thing.
I know.
It has been nothing since then, man.
Nothing.
Like, the greatest thing since then is the Sanchez.
Honestly,
maybe the New York Stock Exchange, but still.
Butt fumble. butt fumble. That's all I'm going to say.
I cannot argue against it. I'm going to be honest. I want to because I'm like, they have a Super Bowl and many teams don't. But I can't argue against it. It's just not possible.
Now for the Patriots.
Butt fumble.
Now for the Patriots, I'm actually going to do something here. Yankees, Patriots, Canadians. And I'm just going to put New England right here because we don't give a fuck. No complaining. They were gifted with arguably the greatest dynasty in NFL history. You go into, we're just going to rename this as shut the fuck up. This is the shut the fuck up category. I don't want to hear any complaining from there.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Bengals. Ooh.
Are we kill me or sad? Because it's definitely one of those two.
Bengals fans would tell you that they want to kill themselves. But looking out on the outside,
I think that would answer it. I mean,
the Bengals honestly might be worse than the Jets because they're just. It's weird because you don't think of the Bengals as one of those franchises that one of those suffering franchises because recently they've gotten good, but I think they are. Just Cleveland.
Come on, man.
Are we counting
It's not just Cleveland. It's the Cleveland Browns. And either way, kill me.
Okay. Well, wait. The Browns have won a bunch of NFL championships. Back in the 50s.
Autogram, Jim Brown. But Super Bowls. At least the Jets have a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the Jets haven't done anything since then. The Browns
have vaguely gotten close at times, and that's like the best thing you can say about them.
They have won multiple championships. The Bengals have won none. The Jets have one, and they haven't done shit since. I'm arguing that the Browns should be in sad. They're a factory of sadness, like the video says. They're still really bad.
You are a factory of sadness.
Yeah, they're still bad, but they actually do have history, and they at least can back. It's kind of like the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, they had like 100-year World Series drought, but they have the history to back it up. So you can't say they're that sad. This is an interesting one. What are you about your hometown Ravens?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I could say I've been in kill me for like the last couple months, so there's that. But the Ravens as a franchise, considering they started in '96 and have 2 Super Bowl wins, I really cannot complain. That being said, I certainly can actually. If this season had gone differently towards the end, I think I would say you have nothing to be upset about. But
I would go ahead.
No, you better say they belong there anyways. You better say that.
I was gonna say could be better. Yeah, they've won 2 Super Bowls, but they could have won a lot more.
Shut the fuck up, Isaac. I didn't ask you. God damn, I asked you for your fucking opinion.
Oh my god, someone's
so right.
Yeah,
so right.
They go at the top of could be better though, because they've never lost a Super Bowl, and the Ravens have always consistently been good,
and they will be good as long as 8 is on the field.
Hell yeah, brother. What about the Steelers?
40's not here. Garbage. Kill me. They're trash.
They have. I'm going to put the Steelers and shut the fuck up. Actually, no. Because the Steelers did suck for their first 50 years of existence.
No. Shut the fuck up. They belong to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they're tied with the Patriots for the most Super Bowls. Yeah. What about the Colts? A lot of good history. The Colts. A lot of good history, a lot of good players, but also a lot of periods of being really bad.
The Colts.
I think they go here. I wouldn't as a Colts fan, I wouldn't have anything to be upset about. They won a couple Super Bowls, had Peyton Manning for a while.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's been bad recently, but that doesn't take away from it.
Yeah, they've had enough good in their history I'd argue that. The Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm turning towards sad on this one. Sad or meh?
It has to be sad just because they haven't done anything. And they've had a couple different eras where they've been really, actually, really good.
Oh, yeah, those 90s Jags. Saxonville, the 90s Jags, fair enough.
Are you on top of these comments?
What's going on in the comments? Uh-oh.
People have opinions.
Yoni says, switch Colts and Ravens.
Why, Yoni? Defend that.
I do want to defend that. What are we ranking them on? How we're ranking them on levels of sadness, going from the saddest franchises and the saddest fans to the to the fans and franchises that if they ever complain, we say, shut the fuck up, bro. You've won like 27 championships. While Yoni defends his claim there, Houston, I'm going to put them in meh. They haven't been around long enough to really establish enough of a history for me to say anything about their fan base. I will say it's a little sad that they've never gotten past the second round, but they're still a very, very young franchise in terms of sports history.
That's the only reason that's the only thing that keeps them out of sad. They would be in sad. They would be in sad. Like they have had such a lack of success. They would be in sad if not for the fact that they're too new.
They just turned 22. They just turned 22. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm older than the Texans franchise. By the way, I saw like a leak of their new uniforms. It's just black and red. Everyone thought they were going to adopt like the Oilers' old colors. It's just black and red. They just made their uniforms look more basic, like what the Cardinals are doing. Sad. Titans. Hear me out. Do you know how much bullshit the Titans have had to deal with since their franchise's inception?
Regale me with their history. How about that? Regale me with their history and let's go from there.
Well, not counting the AFL championships because no one really does, which is a shame because AFL is really cool. The Titans have experienced back-to-back 1-win seasons. They wasted the career of Earl Campbell. They missed out on a chance to go to the Super Bowl because of multiple blown calls. The comeback, need I say more?
You haven't gotten the 1 yard short yet.
One yard short. 1 yard short. All the bullshit about them relocating from Houston to Tennessee and having to play in Memphis for a year because Nashville didn't want them. 1 yard short.
Oh again. My God, I forgot. Whoa.
Getting tortured by the multiple playoff losses to the Ravens when they had really good teams, and not getting a ring or an MVP for Derrick Henry.
They didn't deserve no fucking MVP. You mean future Raven Derrick Henry?
Oh, and Vince Young was a bust.
That might be the most. Yeah. You've convinced me.
Yeah.
If they're not, it's just it feels like their pain is not as raw as it should be. I mean, as the Jets is.
It isn't, but it's on the lower end of the spectrum because Titans fans are. I've met a couple Titans fans. They've gone through it, bro. The amount of like historical events they've experienced is like millennials. They're like the millennials of the football world. They've experienced so many historical NFL events that they're just like, at this point, just put me out of my misery. The Jets is raw because there just has been nothing, and the Bengals is pain because of all the chances they had in blue. The Titans is pain because they've just been on the back end of so many historical events in NFL history that have gone so wrong. What about the Broncos? 3 championships, a lot of great players, John Elway, Peyton Manning, but last time we checked, they've lost more Super Bowls than any other team.
Hold on, did you see Yoni's comment?
What did he say?
His argument.
Better history for Colts compared to Ravens. Colts left a lot on the bone in Manning years and were truly bad for a while. Ravens are consistent in this. That's a fair argument, though. Because there's no way the Colts should only have one championship during the Manning years.
I would agree with you, Yoni, or Jonathan Aharon, whoever you really are. But consider recency bias. The Ravens are where they are for a reason. Consider recency bias.
I actually agree with this comment. Can the sorrows be based on how Uggo mode the logos are? There's a couple. Hey, be glad that this was made after.
And I think they are allowed to complain. Dude, some of them are so bad. Oh my gosh.
Well, we're about to get to the baseball ones, but I just realized we've been doing this for about 20. We've been doing this for about 20 minutes, so let's start speed running this a bit to get through it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, fair enough. I would like Broncos? To go more in detail, but Broncos, more Super Bowl losses than any other franchise, but they have won a couple.
Yeah, bottom could be better, I think.
Yeah, could be better. Chargers. No, don't worry. For anyone who doesn't know the Chargers history, just look it up. There's a reason they're up there. We're just going to put the Chiefs there. Recency bias is strong. Raiders, a lot of relocation controversy, but they've also won a ton of championships. What do you think, Gnome?
It's been bad lately, dude. It's been really bad lately. Like this team is in constant pain for the last 20 years.
I'll put them on the bottom end of could be better because they do have that history and that like lore. They're the only NFL team that's had a theme written about them.
I feel
They're
like these tiers are labeled, dude. You have meh and then could be better, and I kind of.
Do you think we should put one in the middle?
I think it should be more extreme. That's all. I feel like there should be a more extreme difference between meh and could be better. Like I would answer to that question, how are you doing? I'd say both those things and mean the exact same thing.
We're gonna make this the pink one, and this is gonna be meh, could be better. We're gonna put this. Actually, I'm gonna. Yeah, there needs. Oh nope. What am I doing? We're actually gonna put meh, could be better. For this, we're gonna put one right in the middle, and we're gonna say almost there. And I'm gonna actually put the Ravens down in there. Almost there. Like there's nothing really that sad to feel about these franchises in this category, but they also, it's like you can find faults. So I'll put almost there.
At least change the name of the Met here into like, I don't know, I don't feel so good or something else. Other stupid meme.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. There, you happy? That's horrible. Why did we do that? All right, next up we got some baseball teams. No, I know this isn't your strong suit, so I'll do
it's okay. I know everything. Okay. I actually know everything.
Cleveland Guardians. Pros, Guardians, they are going to kill me. They have not won a World Series since World War II, and they used to have an extremely racist name and logo.
But they don't now.
Yeah, but they changed it, but doesn't
matter.
Is
that a C? Is that supposed to be a C?
They do have a new logo, but it isn't in here. But their new logo is actually not bad. But yes, their logo, after they got rid of their racist logo, it was a C for a while. The Royals only win a World Series every. The Royals go into could be better. They have won a couple World Series, but like my mom likes to say, the Royals are like cicadas. They only come out and win a World Series once every 50 years and then disappear into the ground.
Exactly.
I
don't know.
No, you're good. The Tigers haven't won a championship since the 80s. Kind of just exist. I'm going to put them in Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good. The Twins. They've won a couple of World Series. They're kind of like the Tigers. They don't feel so good. They've won a couple of World Series, but they haven't won in a while, and they have a lot of recent playoff problems. White Sox go into sad. They're the only. All I have to do is they threw the World Series in 2019. That's all I have to say.
I like how you wrote CBB for could be better, but then you wrote out Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good, as if that's not way uglier and more than could be better would.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm putting Blue Jays in almost there. They've won a couple championships. They're consistently pretty good. Orioles, I'm also going to put almost there because they've been really shit recently, but they're actually getting out of it, and they have a really solid history.
Oh, I wish I could. Actually, I could. It's in the other room. I was at Camden Yards today, and they gave me a bunch of memorabilia. They gave me like $260 worth of like shirts and hats and stuff. And I was just like, wow. I was tempted to say, it's too bad I'm a Braves fan here. But I didn't.
If only we could fix that. I saw that comment, by the way, about NASCAR. I'm going to ignore that, but just going to.
What comments? I don't know what you're talking about. You have to put it up so the viewers know what you're talking about. Come on, Isaac, be professional.
Change CBB to the NASCAR tier. You know what? I will.
Oh, no. Why would you do that? Change Kill Me to the NASCAR tier.
Shush. Could be better. Let's wrap this.
Just say brr.
I'm gonna. You know what? It's gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I look like this podcast.
/ meh, which is this podcast.
I like it. Let's go. Let's move forward.
Tampa Bay. Consistently well-run franchise. Yeah. No, they haven't won any World Series, but they've consistently been pretty good, so we'll put them there. The Boston Red Sox.
Shut the fuck up. I don't care that they haven't won recently. Like,
no, I'm putting them.
They had this stretch.
Okay, yeah.
They're in the same city as the Patriots. I don't. No Boston team can talk to me. Nobody who lives in Boston can speak to me.
Angels are going to kill me. I know they've won a championship, but
out of here, bro.
There's a lot. There's a lot there. As are the Oakland. No. The A's are.
I'm sorry. Is it the Oakland A's?
No, sorry, the Sacramento A's. By the way,
I thought it was gonna be Vegas. Oh,
no,
right.
They're moving to Sacramento next year because Vegas isn't ready for them.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's so dumb. And we'll talk about that when we talk about the MLB. I'm going to put them in meh because they do have a lot of championships and their history is really rich. It's just that recently they've been screwed over.
The A's have been good before?
Yeah, the A's were a dynasty in the 70s. The Oakland A's have won like 7 World Series. They're actually have a really good history. Astros go and shut the fuck up. That's all we got to say. All right, Noam, you know this one. The Mariners. Where do the Mariners go?
They've had some recent playoff success, but it's got to be kill me. Like it has to be kill me.
The amount, if you've seen the Dorktown documentary, you know why the Mariners go here. They're going right up here. Texas, the Rangers are defending World Series champions, but outside of that, haven't done much. I'm actually going to put them in Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good. Actually, yeah, Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good. The Boston Bruins. You have nothing to be upset about. And Montreal go.
All right. I'm not going to fight you on it because I don't know anything about hockey.
I'll tell you this:
I don't
Bruins,
like a Boston team not being in shut the fuck up.
Out of all the Boston teams, the Bruins are the only one that you can feel good about liking because the Bruins at least haven't won a shit ton. They are obnoxious when they win, but they don't win all the time. Montreal though goes and shut the fuck up. They have won. I think they've won more championships than the Yankees. That's all you need to know.
Go and shut the fuck up.
This comment section is crazy. How long is today's
really
episode?
cerebral?
I don't know, man. It's as long as my computer stays alive. So that's all I'm gonna say. But we're ranking teams by sadness first, and then the Boston Celtics. Shut the fuck up. The New York Knicks. I know some Knicks fans, and I think they'll all agree if I put them in meh.
I think they should be in Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good, but I know they have some history. But lately, I mean, come on.
You know what? If we can put the Rangers in there, and they just won the World Series, we can put the Knicks there too. Lightning go into you have nothing to be upset about. We've won a bunch of Stanley Cups. Maple Leafs are going in sad. Yes, they have won the second most Stanley Cups, but they haven't won one since 1968.
I'm going to eat on camera.
Go ahead. Toronto Raptors.
Ooh, this is not my desk. I should not be doing that.
Yeah, that isn't your desk. I'm going to put Toronto on meh. They're another team with some good history, but also kind of meh. The Nets are going to kill me. Actually, no. Sad.
Yeah, it should be sad. Although, given their big three and how that turned out, you can no, you're right. It's sad. It's sad.
Yeah,
they're putting everyone in kill me. It has to be a bell curve.
It's
really top and bottom heavy right now.
Panthers are going to Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good. They have a very interesting history of having great seasons out of nowhere, but then losing in horrible fashion. Red Wings go in. You have nothing to be upset about. Original 6 team, lots of championships. Dynasty.
Exactly right, Isaac.
Sabres are kill me. Actually, no. Sabres go right next to the Bills and sad.
I mean, they've got to be.
They're the same team.
Is that swords and then the Bills logo on top of that? What the fuck?
They're the same team. They are the Bills of hockey. They're the same.
Oh,
team.
They play hockey. Cool. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck's going
on. Senators. I'm gonna put Senators in sad.
Oh yeah, it's been bad.
No. Senators.
Nothing's
Senators
really gotten through. Nothing's been signed.
Senators gonna kill me. If you know, you know. 76ers are going into almost there. I think most Philadelphia fans would say put them lower. I don't care.
Be careful.
I'll do the hockey ones because I know you don't watch hockey. So, my battery is low.
At least just narrate a little bit.
Avalanche, they've won a cup recently. Have been pretty successful. Nothing. About.
The Avalanche. I like how they fall off mountains very quickly.
The Blackhawks are going to go into almost there because they recently got knocked with that massive sexual harassment scandal.
Yeah, and they play hockey.
Yeah, the Blues. It's in the name. Sad.
They are blue.
The Coyotes going to kill me. They play in a college stadium.
Wolves are better.
Winnipeg Jets are going to meh because they really haven't done anything. Nashville Predators are also going into haven't really done anything. Stars.
The Nashville. Hold on. There's a team called the Nashville Predators.
Yeah.
That got by. That was aired. Like that passed. That got greenlit. Someone should be like.
Yeah,
Predators. That's got to be my team name. I want people to look at us and be like, "Watch out! It's the Predators."
A lot of these teams are kind of. Yeah, you're fine. Capitals. I'm going to put Capital. Capitals are going in almost there because they have Ovi and they've won a lot recently, but they only have one cup. Devils are also going into almost there. Flyers are going into Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good. They haven't won a championship since the 70s. I'm also
They
gonna
can't
put
even
the
fly. Not even real.
Hurricanes
False advertising.
into almost there. Wait, how much battery do I have left? Ooh, 42 minutes. Okay. How many more teams do we have? Jesus fucking Christ. This should have
Not
been a
too
full. Okay, let me try and get through the rest of the Islanders. Are nothing to upset about. Dynasty.
Not even on an island. I guess
Rangers.
it's an island. Is New York City an island? I mean, it's like
They play on Long Island.
that is an island. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Long Island has a.
Yes.
Nothing about anything makes sense when I hear you just say hockey things. And I'm like, oh, sounds like very, sure.
The Canucks are going in sad because every time
the
they
what?
lose,
The bless you.
the Vancouver Canucks, they go into sad because every time they would lose a championship, their fans riot and burn down Vancouver.
What the fuck is a connect? Oh, so
it's
so that. So
well,
you're sure they're not living in Philadelphia? Oh, just kidding, Vancouver.
Vancouver is the Philadelphia of, Kraken are the Seattle Kraken.
Like how I just tried to curve that so he wouldn't insult the Philadelphia people who own the network, and then he just walks right into it and goes, "Oh yeah, they're the Philadelphia Canada." Like, we talk about that shit.
The Kraken are the Texans of hockey, and that they just literally
they're like
formed.
3 years old.
Yeah, they have nothing to complain about.
They have nothing to brag about either. They have nothing.
Ducks going to meh.
The
Yeah, they've won a Stanley Cup, but also they're named after a Disney movie.
They are?
Yeah, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim.
Sure, I knew that. I know what that is.
Kings have nothing to be upset about. They've won a lot. They're quite successful.
The Sacramento Kings?
No, the Los Angeles Kings, the hockey team.
I knew that. Yeah.
The Sharks, the San Jose Sharks, going to kill me. If you know, you know.
I know for sure.
Vegas Golden Knights, I'm going to put in shut the fuck up because they just won the cup and they have never been bad. They've only been around for 5 years and they've been successful all 5 years.
Even I know that, and I'm not even too lying about that one. I do know the Golden Knights. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. I think the rest of these teams we can do together, Gnome. So Milwaukee Bucks recently won the championship. Giannis, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Nothing to complain about, I'll be honest.
Chicago Bulls.
They might win again. You have shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Chicago
they go right
Michael
up there.
Jordan. Shut the fuck up.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
This is crazy because they've had more recent success than the Bulls. Yet I kind of want to put them in kill me.
I'll put them in sad because they only have one championship. They had to get LeBron to get it. And outside of that, they haven't really done shit. But they have had some level of success. Like these teams in this category of sad, they have some level of success, but mostly their history is sad. Like if you're a fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs, you're like, oh yeah, we've won 16 championships, but we haven't won since the 60s. The difference, different, yeah. The Pacers.
My team after a Leaf.
The Pacers.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Feels right to me.
I'm putting them right in the middle. They're about to be overshadowed when Caitlyn Clark joins the Indiana Fever in the same building.
Oh, that team is just going to be non-existent.
The Detroit Pistons, bad boy era, lots of good championship teams.
They beat Kobe in the finals. That's almost there. Is fair. Almost there.
Yeah, they're like right at the top, almost there.
They are garbage now, though. It's worth noting.
Yeah,
they are. Did they break the record this year? Or did they almost break the record?
No, they did not break the record. They actually won a couple down the stretch.
So they didn't break the record of the most losses in the season.
Yeah.
Can't even do that, right, guys? Yeah.
Hey,
that being said,
where are the Commanders going?
As if you don't know. It doesn't matter that they have 3 Super Bowls. We have 40 on this. Come on, I gotta stand up for 40, man. We have him all. That's right. That's exactly where they belong. Top of Kill Me. He's on here every week, except this one.
We're just gonna put Dallas right there and shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it.
I think you can put them between the Patriots and Steelers.
Yeah, there we go.
No, you don't put them after the Steelers because they haven't won a playoff game. They've won 3 playoff games in our lifetime.
They're not as annoying as these franchises.
Yeah, especially the Steelers, who suck and are terrible.
Keep in mind, I have the Yankees at the top of shut the fuck up, and I'm a Yankees fan. Even I know that we are the most annoying franchise, and we have nothing to complain about.
You know what? I think you can move the I think you can move the Chiefs up above the Yankees. and I
No.
think that's probably more accurate.
Chiefs only recently could start. You could only recently tell the Chiefs fans to shut the fuck up because they only recently got really, really good. Remember, they were like 50 years where the Chiefs were nothing. So
Even then, they had their ring.
yeah, the Eagles.
Should we
There's
call
a
Kylie? Oh,
We don't have time, man. We don't have time. My laptop will die before then.
okay. Eagles. I'm gonna
tempted
be
to put-
honest. No, I know they wanted, but yeah, like
I'm
almost
gonna
there.
put them. Yeah, I'm putting with the
They
rest
are
of the Philly, with the other
borderline.
Philly teams.
They are borderline. You have
Giants.
nothing to be upset about. They are borderline that.
I'm gonna say almost
I'm
there.
just saying. It's like,
Yeah.
but
The Bears.
kill me. No, I'm just
No,
kidding. Probably
no.
sad.
They're
definitely
sad. Yeah, they're sad. They're one championship.
I'm sorry.
won
Wait.
there.
I'm sorry. Wait. Scroll back up for a second. Why are the Browns? Did the Browns get lost? What happened?
The Browns, because they have enough history that you can't consider them to be.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about all
Yeah.
their Super Bowl wins.
Okay, you know what? Just for that,
Thank you.
okay, we'll fix that.
Death, taxes, and the Browns are gonna always be awful.
And also going into Kill Me.
They could have been in the Super Bowl this year. Oh my god, yeah. Kill me.
I have to do this now to get to see the whole thing because we're adding so many. The Packers. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
But
bottom
lo-
shut the fuck up, but definitely shut the fuck up. You guys go from Hall of Fame quarterback to Hall of Fame quarterback to probably Hall of Fame quarterback.
All right, man. Are the Vikings sad or Kill Me? I think we know the answer to that.
It's got to be
They-
kill me, yeah.
They're top three. They're top three. Tampa Bay has Tampa Bay. I'm going to put Tampa Bay in bottom of you have nothing to be upset about because it is true that recently they've been really good. But oh
Be
my,
honest,
those first 3 decades were rough.
you should put them in almost there.
Almost there.
I don't think the Bucks you can say you have nothing to be upset about because even their Super Bowl win recently comes with a huge asterisk. So
Yeah. All right, no, here's the team you said Falcons. Sad or Kill Me?
kill me.
Yeah.
Name
They're
a
like-
single good thing. Name a single good thing.
Panthers are going to go into. I'm going to
He
put Panthers.
didn't do it. He just won.
No,
Panthers?
there's too many. There's too many. Panthers going. Meh. I mean, it's the Panthers.
Yeah.
I hate Saints are Mr. Stark.
Wait. Pause.
Okay.
Panthers got to go in Monsieur Stark. I don't feel so good.
I'll put them right in the middle. That feels
Yeah.
appropriate.
That feels
Saints are going to go into meh because they can't even celebrate their success because it was tainted.
I'm not gonna get involved because I know it's just gonna go down.
Where do the Cardinals go?
Probably kill me.
Nah, they're just sad.
Sad.
You know what? No,
They have no success. Like
nothing. Yeah. San Francisco can shut the
shut
fuck
the.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Montana and Young and Rice. That's all I got to say. I want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it. At the end of the day, they have the same number of rings as the Cowboys. I don't want to hear it.
You're right.
Rams.
Yeah, it's funny. Hey guys, you see how this is the Rams logo and it's L and A, and you can vaguely see like a ram horn circle. This talk about bad logos. This one's awful.
And
Yeah,
I'm gonna put
back in my day, it was an actual ram.
I'm gonna put them in almost there because the Rams have had some really wild moments. Their
Yeah, they're
history is
fine.
really
I feel
fun.
like
They're just they're
They're
fine.
chilling. They won the Super Bowl 3 years ago.
Seattle has nothing to be upset about.
Yeah, agreed.
They don't. That's the NFL team's done. I'm gonna help you with the baseball. Milwaukee, they have never won a World Series, and that is very sad.
Okay, fair enough.
Cardinals can shut the fuck up. Cubs, sad.
I do feel
Pirates,
sad.
Pirates, meh.
I feel like
Reds.
this. Yeah, fair enough.
Pirates and Reds both have had like history, but not recently. They're kind of in this category of teams that have had success, but it's been a while. Braves can shut the fuck up, though. Braves can shut the fuck up. Marlins are.
Wait, hold up. That's. I just remembered that's my team now, and I'm a Braves fan. Why do you say that? Why would you attack my team like that?
All I gotta say
why,
is
why do they shut the fuck up?
90s Braves, bro. 90s Braves. Just
Oh yeah,
Just
They
look up. They
were
had
playing baseball at the time,
had-
if I
they
recall
had-
correctly.
the Braves have never really. The last time the Braves were really bad was the 70s. That's all I can say.
And they did win. They did win the World Series recently.
Yes,
I know that
very
because of a Philadelphia. The Phillies? A Phillies fan was telling me about how much better the Braves are than them, and I was like, "Whoa, good to know."
I'm putting a bunch of teams here, Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good. These teams have won World Series, the Marlins, Mets, and Nats, but it doesn't take away from what has also happened to them. Phillies are going and almost there. Similar, actually, no. Phillies are going to Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good either because
Yeah,
the Phillies have suffered. Diamondbacks
that's
going
not
up,
pretty.
meh. Dodgers can big shut the fuck up. Giants
Agreed.
got nothing to be upset about. Padres are going into sad. I have to scroll up.
There's so many
for the
baseball
Padres and their
teams in the
sadness.
mediocre tiers.
And then the Rockies can also go into.
Makes me wonder if the sport as a
sad.
whole.
Looks like we've just got NBA teams left. Oh, hang on. Forgot a hockey team. That's the Flames. They're meh. They have a championship. They're fine.
Where are they from?
The Flames, Calgary.
Bless you. Where are they from?
Calgary. And in the
Where's
Edmonton.
Calgary? What is Calgary?
In Canada. It's in Canada.
Oh, okay.
I'm also putting the Oilers and shut the fuck up because they've
The Oilers.
the Edmonton Oilers.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll allow it to exist. Edmonton Oilers. I was like, Titans are already here.
Let's just wrap up these. Let me check my battery. 40 minutes. Okay, we're good. Holy crap. We got a ton of people watching. That's insane.
How many people are watching?
40. I got 45 right now. And that's just people watching on the analytics I can see, not the stuff I can't see. All right, let's wrap this up with the remaining basketball teams, and then we can actually talk about some stuff. So the Denver Nuggets, defending NBA champions. They haven't really done anything before then.
That's the thing.
Yeah. I'm going to say almost there.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Wait, hold up. Why are the Giants almost there? Oh, fair enough.
They've won a few Super Bowls. It's like the Giants have enough of a history that it's like, you know what?
But the derp. Like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. The Oklahoma City Thunder.
I feel like they have plenty to complain about when you think about who has been on that team.
Yeah, Mr. Stark. I'm going to say they're sad.
Yeah, I'll give it to them.
They're sad.
They're allowed to be sad.
The Trailblazers, Portland. I put them in.
Man.
They're kind of like the Pacers.
Okay.
That's the best way. Timberwolves. Outside of this season, they have done nothing. Sad. Not that sad. Not that sad. There. That's perfect.
Jacksonville Jaguars, sad.
Yeah. Clippers are gonna go into kill me. If you know, you know. I met a Clippers. I was roommates with a Clippers fan, and
Which one was that?
That was my roommate Kevin. He was a Clippers fan, and the amount of pain that man went through, I get it. Also, the Sacramento Kings. If you know, you know. They were it. Lakers are a big fat shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they are.
And, you know what? I'm going to put them right down next to the Celtics because they're just linked.
No, you can put them above the Packers.
Ooh, okay.
It's the Lakers. They are the Yankees of basketball. You can put them above. Look how high the Bills are. No, you put the Lakers above the Bills. Look at the Lakers' history. And then look at the fact that they just recently won with LeBron James. Recently, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, they need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Golden State Warriors.
You can't shut up. Yeah, no, I'm saying, like, I'm reading the comments. I'm like, yeah, that Jonathan guy is pretty right. The Warriors, they're definitely blowing this year as well. They should probably shut the fuck up.
I'm also going to put the Miami Heat, and you have nothing to be upset about because they've won enough. But they're not obnoxious about it. Like, their fan base doesn't like, oh, woe is me, we're the Heat. It's more of just like, yeah, they're pretty humble about it. So they have nothing to be upset about.
I'm reading these comments, and I'm really being sold on what Mr. Hayron is saying. The Lakers belong right next to the Yankees.
Wow. All right.
He makes a point. They have a chip for nearly every decade. They have, like, that's crazy. When you think about the amount of people that walk through the hall.
That's true.
And then that list now includes LeBron James, who they just won another one with. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to put Utah Jazz and no, Utah Jazz going sad. How do you lose to Michael Jordan twice?
because fair enough.
All right,
he's only
tough
super
one.
Good.
Tough one. San Antonio Spurs won a lot of championships, but their fans have never really complained about it. They're kind of like the Heat, I would argue.
You have nothing to complain about.
Yeah,
You have nothing to complain about.
Their fans aren't obnoxious about it, but they have won a lot.
I'm gonna be honest. You can put them up with the Colts. I think.
Yeah, they kind of are like the Colts of the NBA.
They were arguably the Patriots for a bit. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Rockets going meh. They haven't really done anything since the 90s. Pelicans are going into Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good. They haven't been around right with the Texans and the Kraken. They haven't been around enough to really have a history.
And they didn't even choose that cool of a bird.
And that's actually where I'm going to put the Grizzlies too. They're just too new of an addition to the league to really be considered.
With them. Memphis Polar Bears.
I don't know why they're Grizzly Bears there. Charlotte Hornets are going into sad. They're not even the original Charlotte Hornets. How are you owned by Michael Jordan and you can't find success? Same with the Wizards.
They're owned by Michael Jordan.
Same with the Wizards. They're going into sad too because the Washington Wizards haven't done shit since the 70s and had to change their name because people thought Washington Bullets was insensitive.
Which
it probably was.
They do have that John Wall song. Remember that? The John Wall?
Do the John Wall.
You don't know that? Okay, I'll hit you up.
Yeah. The Phoenix Suns. Been to 3 championships, lost all 3 of them. Are we
next to this, behind the Saints, for sure.
Behind the Saints? Yeah.
Yeah.
Atlanta Hawks. I don't think the Hawks have done shit in their entire existence.
Yeah. I can't think of anything that they've done.
They're going
I would imagine at some point they've played basketball.
Yes, they're going very bottom of sad. They kind of just exist, and their fans have every right to be upset. Orlando Magic, I think, can also go right up with Magic can go right in the Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good. They did have Shaq and Dwight.
They did.
And finally, the Dallas Mavericks. I feel like I'm gonna put them right in here because the Dirk years were so good. I feel like
so good.
They're one of those teams that's like they've had enough success that I feel confident in saying, yeah, you guys have won. Be quiet. So,
all right. Let's look at this.
We have the Kilmies, Commanders, Falcons, all the franchises that.
Look at all the football teams in Kilby.
There's a lot of NFL franchises that you can say for.
What the fuck team? Falcons, Chargers, Vikings, Jets, Bengals, Titans, Browns, Lions. Wow, that's so many. That's like 2/3 of them.
Yeah. Plus
that's hilarious.
Plus from baseball, the Mariners, Guardians, Angels, and from hockey, the Senators, Coyotes, Sharks, and basketball, the Clippers and the Kings. I think this is a good list. I think we did a good. I think we can argue a bit more with some of the teams in the middle.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it looks great, but I think it looks. I think it looks good. I'm vaguely confident, although I feel like you should add another tier right below "Shut the fuck up," and it's just called Purgatory, and the only one in there is the Steelers, or trash, or like garbage, or something else.
Well, I have 8%. I have 8% battery left, so let's go ahead and
how'd that shit drop from 40% in like 3 minutes?
I have no idea. So let's go ahead and speed run some of the other stuff going on.
Just plug your shit in.
I don't have my charger with me. I should have brought it with me.
Oh, you're at Lido's.
Yeah,
I just recognized where you were. Whoa, I thought you were at home.
I'm doing it at work. I'm on my break. Okay, March Madness. You called it. UConn won. UConn
won. They did win. They did
win. They repeated as champions. You called it. Saw it coming. Purdue put up a good fight. We fought valiantly, but in the end of the day, UConn, they've established a dynasty. 2 in a row.
They're just better.
This probably was one of the best college football teams, college basketball teams I've ever seen. This UConn team, very impressed. Women's game, South Carolina wrapped up an undefeated season. They beat Iowa.
Yeah, I should have called that.
I hate to be the one to say it, but the problem with Iowa all year is that while they were really good, it was literally if you shut down Caitlyn Clark, they were going to lose.
Yeah.
This actually leads me to a big question, which is where I want to end today's episode on, and that is this: Caitlyn Clark, the Caitlyn Clark effect. Clark has done for college basketball what Michael Jordan kind of did for the NBA, or what Larry and Magic did for the NBA. Do you think this continues in the WNBA? There have been a lot of WNBA stars who have come out and said that they're not big fans of Caitlyn Clark coming.
Why?
I don't know. It's because they keep saying that she's getting overhyped. I think there's some level of jealousy involved in it because some of these players have been like, we've been doing this for years, and now we're going to see a boost of ratings just because of her. And it's like, well, yeah, like the problem with the WNBA for years is that they just haven't had a big marketable star. They've had great stars like Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner.
Yeah, they've had better players. Caitlyn Clark is not going to go into the WNBA and be the best player in the league immediately.
But Caitlyn Clark has such an aura about her that she definitely will get people to watch the WNBA. And maybe they will see all of the incredible players that are in the WNBA and be like, oh, this kind of rocks. Caitlyn Clark was able to get more people to watch women's basketball this year than any other form of basketball. The championship game between Iowa and
South Carolina, crazy thing to say.
18 million people watched the Iowa-South Carolina game. Peaked at 24 million. Yeah, it was a good game too. Like Iowa came out hot, South Carolina came fighting back. That South Carolina team was a lot of fun. They were kind of like that South Carolina team kind of reminded me of some of those Spurs teams from the 90s and from the 90s and 2000s. In that they had really good players, but everybody contributed. Like they didn't have just the one big star. Yoni says, how much women's basketball viewership leaves with her? That is actually a good question. Because I saw a lot of people arguing and saying, hey, the only reason people were watching women's basketball this year is because of Caitlyn Clark. Fair point.
I don't get it.
There are still plenty of stars. Oh, we lost Noam. He's back.
Did you?
There are for a bit. I lost you for a second there.
Okay.
There are still plenty of stars, I feel like, in women's college basketball that can keep it going. South Carolina is bringing back a lot of the same players. There's Paige Beckers over at UConn, Juju Watkins over at USC, that one freshman from Iowa State who scored 40 points in the tournament. And everyone's like, oh, who's this? They've got star power. They just got to keep it going. Caitlyn Clark kind of proves that women's basketball can be seen at the same level as the men's and be even more popular.
This is exactly what they've been lacking. Like they didn't have any like marketable superstars and everything because the WNBA business has been handled so poorly. They're getting basically they're getting bailed out by having a couple superstars who have caught national attention going to their organization. And I don't see it being a bad thing. The WNBA is not popular at all. It takes a loss every year and the NBA has to bail it out.
Yeah.
People do not show up to the games. So this more viewership will help in any fashion. I don't understand this. The status quo is not okay. We want change. So who's complaining about her coming to the WNBA? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Diana Taurasi was, I think, Diana Taurasi. And it's like, well, listen, I get it. You're the LeBron James of the WNBA, okay? But the WNBA has existed long enough now that it's reaching okay. The NBA first started to really shoot up in popularity after it existed for about 30-ish years. That was when, Bird and Magic showed up. This is the Bird Magic moment for the WNBA. Not only is Caitlyn Clark joining the league, but you got a bunch of other stars. Camila Cardozo, who was the most outstanding player of the women's tournament for South Carolina, she's declared for the draft. You had that one giant girl from Stanford who's like 7 feet tall. She's declared. Angel Reese from LSU has declared. Imagine if Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark become the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson of the WNBA.
It would be so cool. It would be so cool. I would be watching every finals. I'd be watching every time they met. I'd be watching that.
I'd be watching too. And it's not just that. It's that I was doing some research on the WNBA for this episode. They've got some insanely good marketable teams out there. The color combinations, the jerseys, the history of the teams. Like this is good stuff.
It has been a business fumble the entire time.
It has. And the thing about women's basketball that is something I've come to appreciate from working with women in women's basketball and getting to watch it and commentate on it is that it is a lot of fun. If you like kind of more the slower paced defensive basketball of like the 90s and 2000s that a lot of NBA fans complain doesn't exist anymore, it's still there. The WNBA has that style of basketball. You're not going to see a lot of flashy dunks, but what you are going to see are you don't see as many threes. but you are going to see a lot of mid-range shots. You are going to see a
Lower
lot
the
more
hoop and
defensive.
you will see those dunks, man.
Yeah, and a lot of people said, "Hey, if you want it, lower the hoop a bit." And the hoopers are like, "We don't want that. We don't want any handicaps for
Why?
us." And I'm like,
It's not a handicap. They give them a smaller ball anyways.
"Yeah. If you lower the hoop,
It's not
just
a handicap.
lower it enough
Men
to allow."
are on average taller. Women
Lower it enough so that Brittany Griner can obliterate people and just snatch their souls from them on a nightly basis with her
is
dunks.
so
Because
cool.
Brittany Griner, I think, is the only player in the WNBA who can actually dunk. I've seen her do it a couple of times, and
I've seen a couple people dunk, but it's
Yeah.
pretty rare. They're all playing on hard mode for no reason, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The men are playing on normal, and the women are playing on hard. Lower the hoop. It's not.
it is definitely it's a sport that can grow, and I feel like Caitlyn Clark can really bring that with her aura and her ability. I don't think she's going to be immediately successful. She's probably going to be drafted by the Indiana Fever. They were kind of shit last year.
You hate to see a career go to waste. Oh man.
Ah, man, Indiana, man. I will say I was surprised. I was looking at Indiana's roster last night. I was like, oh shit, they have Katie Lou Samuelson, who I was like, oh yeah, I remember she balled out with UConn for a couple years. This is one of Gino's favorites. Yeah, what's she do? Oh, she's on maternity leave. Oh, Caitlyn's back is going to be broken from carrying this team.
Oy.
Yeah. No, the WNBA. I feel like plus the WNBA just recently lost its biggest star. Sue Bird just retired. Like Sue Bird's gone. Sue Bird was probably like, if you ask people to name one player from the WNBA, they would say either Sue Bird or Candace Parker. Candace Parker is still around. She's with the Las Vegas super team, and they're unstoppable at the moment. But Sue Bird was the face of the WNBA for years. Now that she's gone, you need a new face of the league. And I feel like Caitlyn Clark and this new generation of players that are going to start entering, that's really going to we'll see what happens. WNBA season starts over the summer. I'm going to be watching because I'm like, I want to see what happens. I want to see if Clark can get this league, Clark can elevate this league, and they can start turning a profit, because I really want them to. I want them to a lot.
It'll be interesting.
Before we wrap up today's episode, real quick, MLB Week 2, second week of the season, pretty fun. Yankees dominating, best record of the league. Bunch of pitchers have been hitting the injured list as a result of injuries that they claim are from the pitch clock, but the MLB is saying, well, it's because you're pitching harder than ever. I don't know, man. I think it's a combination of both. I think the enhanced pressure to pitch nonstop and also just how hard they're throwing is doing the damage.
Yeah, if you can throw a baseball 102 miles per hour, do that consistently, it's going to wear on you, especially if you have to do it quick.
It's not just that, because the pitching motion itself is not like a normal motion for the arm. The underhand way they do it in softball is. That's why softball pitchers can pitch multiple games and not have to be taken out.
They're tossing, they're not throwing. That's why.
Yeah, it's not a natural motion, so obviously there's going to be some wear and tear. But it is concerning to see that a lot of big-name pitchers have been knocked out with injuries. We're just 2 weeks into the season. And I will say, with that, another thing to note, something there. The Angels broadcaster actually went on a rant about this, because he mentioned that baseball's had a terrible start to the season. Before the season even began, you had the drama of Shohei Ohtani the betting scandal. Yeah. You had a bunch of terrible umpiring calls so far. What the league recently wrote.
More ref ball.
Ref ball, yeah. You like ref ball? Welcome to Ref Ball Central. This is where it got started. You have
I watched the AFC. I'll stop.
You had You have all the pitchers getting injured. The Angels also had a rookie who was on a hitting streak, and the league took away one of his hits 2 days after the game had ended, after they said, we reviewed the tape. It's like, so I don't know. Me personally, I've just kind of been living in La La Land because the Yankees have been doing so good, but I see his point. Been a rough start to the year for baseball. Could probably definitely get better. One last thing before we go. Shout out Orioles fans. The Orioles just called up the number 1 prospect to baseball, Jackson Holliday. So the Orioles get better. And it probably won't help them because the Yankees are doing so good. So
it's nice to see the Orioles build on their success. Who the Ferrari
Nationals goated.
I feel like I know who this is.
I don't know, but hi, welcome to the show. I think that's a good place to end, actually.
It is. I don't know.
Yes, because my laptop is about to die. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of Beer Battered Sports. As always, this show is a proud affiliate of the Fired Up Sports Network. Go check out all the other podcasts, including our friends over at Bell Smashers with our old co-host Kylie, doing a great job over there.
Yeah, she's doing great.
Oh yeah, a lot of fun. Hold on.
What?
I got a comment. Okay, that was someone laughing. You can follow us on all of our socials at @bbsports_pod. Go check out our Twitter bio for merch. Before we go, real quick, Noam, do you know anybody who calls it X now, or is everyone just calling it Twitter?
Face twatstagram. That is my answer to that.
Appreciate that. With that being said, we will see you guys next week for episode 110. In the meantime, you guys have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, you too, Donnie.
Yeah. Later. We'll see you guys next time.